Alright, welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is Ragemore's survival series. I have gone a couple more days where I just gathered more resources. Didn't want to bore you with some of that. As you can tell, I think through most of the series you've noticed that I've been wandering around with pretty low health, and I thought one of the first things I should do is make a priority to deal with food. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to look at my inventory in my box here. So as you can see, I'm pretty much out of the tools I had first initially made as I've been gathering these materials. Stone, dirt, and sand, which I'm going to use for making glass. I did pick up a few more wool, which I will use for other purposes. Lots more wood, as you can see as I was clearing out the path. I do have some steps and some fences stuff, and I made some doors and things like that. I still only have 7 torches because I haven't found too much gold. Plenty of saplings and flowers. I did pick up some leather as I was running around, some sugar cane that I found, and just some miscellaneous stuff that was on the ground as creatures had died. A little bit of flint too. So first priority is I need to make a few more tools so that I'm stocked when I go out. So I think what I'm going to do is, one, I'll maybe make a piece of armor, and I'm also going to make my sticks and then some tools. So we'll go ahead and use my crafting block here and create a few tools to start with. I've got to use my cobblestone, so I actually might have to get a little bit more than that. But we'll just use that first. The big thing I like to run around with mostly is picks. Shovels, they're okay, but the durability on them, since they swing so quickly and dirt breaks so quickly, that they kind of go away pretty quick. So I'm not too worried about that. I have plenty of wood at the moment, so I'm not worried about an axe. My sword durability is really good. So I think that's all I'll make right now. I've got plenty of picks in case I come across maybe some iron or any other materials that I might need a stone pick for. Go ahead and put that back there. One of the things I need is to make some armor. So a couple things I could make is, since I only don't have a lot yet, I might use something to make some boots. So make a little pair of boots there, and I think I can make a helmet. Yep, there we go. And that means I'll have to gather more to go ahead and make a shirt, which is kind of like this shape here, and then to make pants is kind of this shape. So I'll just need some more leather to do that. I'll go ahead and put my excess back. Alright, so now I really need to focus on, I've got some tools, I've got that information, and I'm going to go ahead and focus on getting some meat for health. Oh, let me go ahead and put the armor on. Put this on my little guy here. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go out. Now, with food, there's a couple things we can do. I did put a door there. You have a couple options, just depending on where you're starting out and what resources are available to you. One of the options are finding pigs, which we can then find some pork chops and cook them, which will give us health. I have the ability now to fish. If I have string and sticks to make a fishing pole, then I could fish and then I could cook the fish. I could also create a farm, which involves kind of digging the dirt here with a hoe, and that will give me seeds, and then I can plant that on certain types of land near water, which is the best way to do it. And there's the perfect example of not paying attention to your surroundings while you're trying to talk and explain something. So I have died, and I'll have to go ahead and respawn. Nice thing is I'm pretty close, and that creeper just wiped me out. That was pretty awesome. So let's see how much damage has been done. And I guess my food problem is solved at the moment because now I'm at full health, ironically. I'll have to fix that up because I hate to have big holes there. I had my speakers turned down, so I probably didn't really hear him coming anywhere near close, and he must have been right on me because he even blew through the armor without actually leaving me any health at all. So while I'm fixing that, and let me just make another look around here and make sure there's no creepers. So be aware of your surroundings. Typically I try to look around a little more. I'm trying not to make people seasick by constantly shifting back and forth like when I normally play. And when I'm trying to explain things, I'm probably not paying attention as much as I should. So lesson learned, creepers are sneaky. They will sneak up on you. You won't hear them coming after you, and they can create quite a bit of havoc here. Alright, so you can farm, which, you know, you have to cultivate the land, you have to have some seeds, you pretty much want to have it near water, you got to give it plenty of light source so it can grow. What will happen is when you farm, you can grow some wheat, and then from that wheat you can bake bread. So that is another source of food. The other newer source of food would be cake. You can also make cake, and I believe there's also like a kind of a golden apple kind of thing. So I'm out. Easiest thing to do for food, the quickest, is probably find pigs and then cook the meat. Second quickest, if you have string, possibly fishing. After that, the rest of the methods take a little bit more time, preparation, and setup, but then become very good food sources, replenishable. So what I'm going to do is, I see perfectly what I'm looking for here. I need leather for more armor since I've just blown through some of it. I'm looking for also pigs. Keep an eye out for creepers. Apparently they do not like me. Not sure what happened with the Creeper Nation, but I apparently offended them by being on their world, and they have are trying to exert their dominance over me. It's okay, I might go on a crusade against them soon. Let's make sure I get my pork chops. I want to finish my original mission, try to stay on track here before I get too sidetracked. What you may have noticed some changes to the house. Let me just make sure I'm not near creeper bait as I show you this. Alright. I'll just kind of give you a slow tour here. I did finish the porch. I put up a kind of a fence area so I don't fall off the edges. And I just added some aesthetics to it by using different fence posts. I'll just kind of keep looking here, just kind of keep moving around. So this is going to be, I think that's pretty much the finished product of the treehouse. The only thing I'm going to put in is probably glass at that point. So actually, talking about that, let's make sure I have enough sand. Okay, we actually, right there where I made that pause, we are just about to hit sunset. So what I did is I went ahead and slept in the bed to give us a new full day to use. Minecraft is a lot about working through the day and night, and really to be more efficient, I would have tasks that I would do during the day, and then when nighttime would hit, I would have tasks that happen during the night. But so far in this series, I've been doing a lot of just documenting what I'm doing during the day, and then I'm kind of doing things at night off screen, and then just kind of telling you about them. In this case, I want to get right back into recording, so I just went ahead and skipped through the night, which I could have a creeper problem here any second. I'm going to come back down to my stone quarry. Let's sit out here on the sand a second just to enjoy the sunshine and see if we have any more creeper problems. Alright, so I need to create a furnace now that I've gathered my materials because I need to cook the food. You can eat the food raw. It just gives you less hearts back, or little dots as you see at the bottom of my screen. But cooked food gives you more, so it's more efficient to have cooked food. Aesthetically, I was thinking having a furnace up in my tree fort is probably safest, but it didn't make sense to have maybe something that burns up on top of something that could burn down very quickly if it got out of control. I don't believe a furnace ever would in this game, but I think what I'll do, just to kind of keep the reality a little bit, I'll go ahead and create my furnace down here in my work area where my stone quarry was, which would be very safe and nothing will catch on fire. So first thing I need to do is go ahead and create the furnace. I'm going to need cobblestone to do that, and I probably should put a workbench down here since I'll be working. Okay, so now I have my crafting table, and I think a good spot to set up will be right here in the light. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put my crafting table here, and I'll probably put my furnace right there. And actually, a lot of times I like to make two furnaces. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and clear this out a little bit. Give me a little bit more work room. Okay, so to create the furnace, I'm going to go ahead and use cobblestone and create the shape of a furnace. That allows me to cook things, smelt things. Very useful tool. I have a couple just in case I want to have a couple things running. And I'll go ahead and place both of those right next to my workbench. And then probably what I should do also is I should have a chest to store stuff. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and make some little room here. There we go. And I guess instead of putting it on dirt, I'll put it on cobble. Just aesthetically, give it something different to look like. There we go. More like a workbench area. Maybe I'll put some stairs in here at some point. And, oh, let's go ahead and make a chest. So you make a, oh, need to use my crafting table. To make a chest, very similar to making a furnace, just different material. There we go. I always like to make two. It makes a giant chest. So, since I have plenty of wood on this map, I'm kind of splurging in the wood area. Go ahead and there, and there. Perfect. So now I have a work area, and I can go ahead and get to work. Now, using a few pieces of wood, which doesn't burn very efficiently, I'm going to cook some food. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a few blocks in there and let that cook. In the other furnace, what I'll go ahead and do is start cooking my sand. Perfect. And if I needed to melt or smelt iron, I could do that. Gold, any of those type of things, I could do that. Here I have to keep moving the meat in. So I'll keep that up here real quick. Alright, there we go. So now I have a food source. Here my glass is being made, as you can see here, so I'm going to let that keep going. Go ahead and put that in my inventory because then I can begin to use that so things don't drop on me. So what I'll do is I'll put a piece of glass there and there. Perfect. Kind of like a skylight area. Coal is a much more efficient burning material, so eventually when I have a lot better coal resources, I will kind of use coal to power my furnaces. And then even eventually there's something you can use, which is a lava bucket, which kind of works out too. So I'll just get these last few things done, and our mission for the video was complete, which was get a food source, complete my glass making kind of factory here, and get my workshop set up. And I probably should have a door there, so maybe I'll show you how to make a door real quick. Here's the shape of the door. So as you can see, it makes a wooden door, and that'll allow me to make sure I'm not interrupted at certain times while I'm crafting. And now I have a pretty good start for the for exploring. So the next video, I think what I'm going to do is, now that that's cooking, I'll let that keep going. You can see the glass here. Perfect. For the next video, I'm going to just detail a little bit of what I'm going to do. I believe I will finish off with the glass in this area so that my house is completely safe. And I'll finish off a couple of steps and stairs. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and begin to explore my surroundings. You have seen kind of this area and the area out to my next mine area, which will be my strip mine. But I do want to get out and take a look at what's out in this area and maybe what's out towards the water. So next video will be a little bit more exploration to see what is around us, to make sure that we're utilizing all the resources in our area. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video short, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.